I will be giving you 5 seductive fragrances to draw them close to you. Panty dropping fragrance is an entertaining topic, to be honest. There's no such thing. Think of a fragrance like working out. You could drink a protein shake and you don't put it in work, and guess what? You would get no gains. But if you have charm, personality, and make them smile, then the fragrance is like that protein shake. It will aid you in accomplishing your goal. First fragrance that we have is from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, and that's Uomo. Now, when you first spray this, you will be greeted with a fresh blast of bergamot mixed with cardamom. You're also going to get some underlying notes of pepper, but it's a light pepper that adds a little spice to the fragrance. In the heart, about 5 minutes in, you will get that orange blossom, then you will begin to get that chocolate note, that is that tiramisu. So it smells like a spicy chocolate, and the base of tonka add to the composition. Then it dries down. That's when you get those woody notes. Now this is a spicy, woody chocolate gourmand fragrance that will make them want to get close to you. You get about 8 hours of this, then it becomes softer as it dries down. A very cheap fragrance that smells like it costs more than what it really does. Now up next we have a very, very seductive fragrance, and that's coming from the house of Kilian. And that fragrance is Straight to Heaven. Now this fragrance don't send them straight to heaven. Hey, just bear me. When you first apply this, you will get a heavy dose of cedar that tones down a little bit. Then you get a manly and earthy patchouli. In the heart, you will get some sweetness from that dried fruits, and that's when that rum is poured on top. In the base, you will get some spice from that amber, accompanied by some musk. Now this is very sexy and seductive. It's boozy and it's manly. If you can find it or afford it, please add it to your collection. You would definitely thank me later. In my opinion, this is Kilian's best fragrance, and I will put this up against any of them. Angel Share, Back to Black. At the very least, get a decant or do what I did and buy a vial. Next up, we have another cheap, and I wore this last week, and a woman asked me what did I have on, and she said it smelled edible. Now this is coming from the house of Bentley, and that's Bentley Intense. When you first spray this, you will get a blast of pepper. You're also going to get a little smokiness from that frankincense and latama. Although they use both notes, it's not real smoky. Then in the heart, although it's not listed, you get some boozy rum, and it has some notes of tonka. Maybe a little mix of vanilla that adds a little bit more sweetness. Then in the base, you get a creamy sandalwood. Now this is creamy, it's smooth with boozy notes and a hint of patchouli. Another nice boozy, spicy, seductive fragrance, and then I say cheap. This is a very good fragrance, especially at the price point. Next up, we have from the house of Serge Lutens, and that is Premier Torque. Now, if you want a very seductive tobacco scent, then get this underrated gem. It's very simple in the note breakdown, and it's very linear. So what you spray is what you get, but it's very well blended. You get tobacco with honey, and you get some hints of rose. But don't be intimidated by this rose, because like I said, it's very well blended. You're going to only pick up on that rose as a side note to add some brightness to that honey tobacco. And I really don't understand why this gem is not talked about more, because it's a very smooth, seductive honey tobacco. Check it out. Very good fragrance. Last but not least, and this is probably the most seductive fragrance from this list, and it's coming from the house of YSL, and that is Le Nuit d'Homme. When you first spray this, you're greeted with bergamot. You're going to get some cardamom. And if you didn't know, women love cardamom in a fragrance if it's done right. In the heart, you're going to get a nice, smooth, almost sweet lavender that's mixed with that cardamom. And you're talking about that equaling straight sex in a bottle. Then in the base, you're going to get some chocolate notes from that tonka and a small hint of vetiver. Now this is woody, it's spicy, along with that perfect amount of sweetness. If you don't like the regular version of YSL because of that brightness, then check this one out, because it takes away some of that brightness, makes it a little darker and a little bit more sexier. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this content, and please don't forget to like, share, and comment. Until next time, please take care of yourself. Peace.